No, that's pretty sick, man. I mean, you want to talk about one of the cooler jobs in the world is what we get to do here, and that's what we're going to do. And you never know. We got a couple people up there within the minor hockey systems, and potential opportunity to branch out or at least get in the ear. And, for us, this may, on the outside looking in, seem like a leisure trip or something like that, which it's, that's kind of how we do it though, right? Like, that's why you're an entrepreneur. You're able to do those things. But, don't think twice about us not working up there, because that's what we do.
100%. If you're going up there and you got the equipment, cameras, mic, and everything, you're going to be exposing the brand as much as possible, getting the name out there.
Sure.
And once you think about it, the whole hockey world in terms of influencers will be there. I can't name them all on the top of my head, but they're all going to be there. Great networking opportunities, great content opportunities, great relationship. Well, same thing, networking, relationship building, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So there's so many opportunities that are going to be there in that city for the next 2 days. It's going to be really exciting, and I can't wait to get up there and just get to work. It's going to be awesome. Jeff, I know your boy's going to be there.
Anytime I can be in the same rink as McDavid and Dry, I'm happy.
Oh, well
It'll be
said.
fun.
Well said.
It'll be good. Yeah, no. It's lived in Toronto, so I always like getting back up there. I did a solo road trip there last year, which didn't quite hit the same.
No?
not quite. So
Why not?
I'm excited to just get up there. Well, I don't know, man. It's a hike up there. You got to worry about your car, everything.
No one to bounce any ideas off of.
Yeah, just not quite the same. So I'm excited to have a proper trip. And for years, you've been talking about kind of the spontaneous trips to Boston, Thunder Bay, all these things. I've heard the stories, so I'm excited to be in on one.
Absolutely, man.
We're used to planning, especially me and you dudes. So it's weird to throw something in that's not totally planned, but it worked out with the games this weekend. So
every
I'm not
now and then
complain,
the universe
man.
throws you a bone, hey?
Yeah. It's just like the one weekend we have off, or not totally off, but pretty off with the U16s going to the Spud.
Yeah, which is completely new this year.
Completely new, completely random that this is our one kind of off week in the middle of pure craziness, and then it works out. So everything happens for a reason.
And you talk about being in the same rink as like Draisaitl and McDavid, and you hear people talk all the time, like watching McDavid on TV and then watching him live is just a completely different ball game. But now, I'm trying to paint the picture for you. This is the All-Star game, fellas. Like, this is where the true skill is illuminated in the rink, because these guys aren't going to play their regular, trap systems, all that kind of stuff. This is where you're going to see, like, as much as it pains me to say this as an older guy, the Michigan attempts and the true skill of the game, the passing, the creativity that these guys have in their brain that you can't sometimes use in a game situation. Practice stuff that you see. Guys trying stuff. It's going to be creme de la creme skill, and to be in the building, to be able to watch it live is going to be, just saying it, I kind of got chills, right? Especially for me, I'm a Leafs fan. Marner, Matthews, Nylander, and Riley are all there. Like, come on, McDavid, Draisaitl, like all these guys, Nate, Sid. Come on, fellas.
I remember when Sid came here and I had a little rant about warm-up and how that's where the best skill is. I don't know what the All-Star game is, if it's 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 while they're out there. Is it 5-on-5? I don't think it is, man. But either way, the All-Star game, that is where that warm-up skill comes out, because there's no pressure. When you're warming up, there's no pressure. There's no puck pressure. Same with the All-Star game. No puck pressure. So the boys have all the time in the world to do their little flippy, fancy, sell the game stuff. It's going to be it's going to be great. I don't plan on sitting in my seats at all. I just plan on buzzing around.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully we can bring the cameras and stuff into the... Do we know?
You got your iPhone. That's all we need.
Yeah, I know, but I guess it's more about the mic and camera. I don't know. Yeah, iPhone's fine. We'll be fine.
We'll figure it out.
I'm not freaking out.
Definitely.
It'll be great.
And like the All-Star game, it's rare to have it. Like that's the first thing I thought of. Like it's always in Nashville, like LA, like a few years ago. Like it's not really close to here unless it's Boston, Toronto, Montreal, and it hasn't happened in forever. So the timing is impeccable, pretty much.
Oh my God, it's going to be insane. And this is just one of those years too where so much parity in the league, so many things happening within the league. So to have an actual break for these players, it's good. The players that are going to Mexico, Cuba, whatever. But even the players that are going to the NHL All-Star game, it's a break for them too. They're going to make the best out of it. They're the people who they have to compete next to each and every single night. Now they get to sit next to them in the locker room and joke and laugh with them, have fun. Mm-hmm. The more pressure you have on yourself during the regular season, when you have that time off, you're going to take just as much time off to relax, have fun, and give the fans a show. So I hope it comes full circle and the players just deliver for the fans and for everyone watching at home.
Well said.
I won't know what that's like though.
I think you nailed that on the head too, right? The opportunity, because that's from the hockey player's perspective, right?
Yeah.
We always give the fan perspective, but obviously you and I have never, and you have never played in an NHL All-Star game, but
Any All-Star game.
even
Actually,
just for example, this is not in comparison at all, but you asked a question like that at the U15 showcase. What's it like to play with these guys that you battle against all year?
Yeah.
It's a little different here because you're going to camps and stuff together, but make no mistake, a lot of these guys know each other already, and especially with all the trades and contracts and stuff these days, but for them to just chill, and that's the funner part of the game as far as a player's standpoint, is getting in and meeting guys you may not have talked to, or hanging out, or seeing what guys do in the dressing room, how they tape their sticks, how they prepare for the game, what kind of personalities they have. So it's, from a player's perspective, this is the leisure time for them, right? But everybody wants to win. It's, for the first year, 4-team 3-on-3 format.
Oh, so it is 3-on-3.
And they're doing the fantasy draft.
4 teams?
4 teams, yep. So all the divisions.
Divisions, yeah.
And this is the first time that the All-Star Game has been held in Toronto since 2000. I actually have a hat that I'm going to rock while we're there. Yes, I am. Since 2000, they had the All-Star Game, the Sundin era, and Mike Joseph. So
I wish I still had your dad's Sky Dome hat.
Geez, you better hope he doesn't hear this.
Oh, it's my bad, Johnny. It's somewhere. Oh.
Yeah, we misplaced it. We didn't lose it yet. But yeah, no, it's going to be sick. And for us to go up there, think about this, man. World Juniors, the NHL game that was here, and this job just continues to put us in some pretty cool places.
Yeah, man. I don't know how we're doing it, but we're doing it.
Hard work, man. Dedication.
Someone's looking out for us somewhere. Life's okay.
Two of the captains, the co-captains of your Leafs, and then the other one, my Oilers. So
yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So, just a bonus in there. Have our guys representing.
Yeah, the best players, right?
A couple friends of the show, too, right? Is Batherson going?
No.
So how many friends of the show we got going?
2 or 1.
McKinnon.
Just Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he counts for a shitload of people.
Leading the heart race.
He's the best player in the world right now.
We pretend.
Like Jeff doesn't say anything. Jeff just goes. He doesn't say anything.
He's having a great year. He'll probably win the Hart.
No, he's the best player in the world.
Guess what, boys? He's ranked number 1 in fantasy hockey.
Yeah.
So
See, there you go.
That tells you. That's for all the analytic nerds out there. And we're like, what do you mean? We
Best
have kind of a friend of the show that was going to go, Bedard. Well, he's dead, anyways. But Trocheck's going to replace him because he's not going.
Really? He's not playing?
Nope. He's been begging to get on the ice too. Like they've let him on the ice, but he can't grunt or tense up or anything because it affects your jaw, which I never really considered. I kind of
I bet
went on
he'll
a rant
go
about it.
And just sit on the bench, because I remember that happened to Nate one year and he just hung out on the bench with his jersey.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe Tom will be there.
I don't think that they're going to deny him the experience. I just don't
Exactly.
think you're going to be able to take on the on-ice stuff, which, so Vinny Trocheck's going to step in and replace him. But yeah, so that's a tough break, man, especially being the youngest.
But even getting him in the skills comp, something where you're just chucking a light sauce into those little nets, there must be things you can do where you're not tensing up.
I think it's just natural though. Like these guys are such high-level athletes that I think they're just wired to do things hard. Like that, there's a difference. I didn't practice hard. I didn't work hard off the ice. That's why I don't play anymore.
Yeah.
These guys are just wired. Everything they do, like this, everything is just hard as I can. Get better, get better, get better. So I just think if you're gonna not allow them to do one thing, you can't just go, oh, well, you can do this.
These guys are so skilled, man. Just going to that Montreal game, and even though I was all the way up in the rafters, you can still see that skill set, even when there's pressure on them. It's just unbelievable how they stay calm in situations where, I don't know. You could some of these guys might have a gun at their head, but they'll be able to deke through the guy. It's just they're so calm, intense, pressured situations. 2 guys come at you, no worries, a little chip off the boards, nothing. So I just can't wait. You said 3-on-3 format?
Yeah.
Just, oh man. And I'm telling you, boys, we've never seen anything like this in person. TV, we watch All-Star games our whole lives, whatever. I got to get up, take a piss, you miss something. You're there. You're seeing it up close in person. You're seeing these decisions and these nice skill sets on display 100 feet in front of you. It's gonna be one to remember. It's gonna be awesome.
And on that, 3-on-3 makes it much easier to watch everything.
Yep.
5-on-5 is not tough to watch by any means, right? Especially on TV, but to be able to keep track of just 3 players and watch because we're big hockey nerds, right? I think everybody can agree with that. I'm looking for just the smallest little things, even in the All-Star game. Where he looked, shoulder checked 12 seconds ago. Mm-hmm. Now he knows where that guy's going. Little chips off the wall, like you said, just little moves under the stick and just ways to find space and time out there, which is the small details of the game. But they're going to be on full display, man. Yeah. And you're going to be able to see it all.
And the city's going to be on full display.
Yes.
Everyone and anyone is going to be there. Wayne Gretzky could be there.
Definitely. Biz, those guys, for
Yeah,
sure.
they're going. They're flying up to Toronto today.
Are they?
Yeah, that's why they pushed the podcast, or maybe it was yesterday, but they're in Toronto.
No way.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one of the cool parts, boys, is walking around the rinks. Like, I probably won't spend much time in my seats, man. I'm going to be walking
Oh my
around, just
God.
looking at the lights, listening to the rink hum. Like,
What are
I'm
those
talking
thi-
everything.
What are those things called where you count your steps? The
Step counter.
step
Fitbit.
counter. I'll be getting a Fitbit. Just saying, dudes, guess how many steps I got.
Throw it right back in my face. I love
One loop around this Air Canada Center.
it. Scotiabank
one-
Arena, but
What is it?
Scotiabank Arena now.
One loop around the Scotiabank Arena equals 2,000 steps. I'm just guessing that, but
We'll see. We're going to put it to the test because, yes, we're going, baby.